All right, happy Friday. It's Vibe Master Nick and Miss 𝗦𝘂𝗀𝗃𝗃. And today, we're all about vibe marketing, baby.
We are vibing today. Happy Friday, folks.
Happy Friday. All right, well, we really have just one topic today, right? I mean, you keep seeing our faces this week, but we're going to talk today about what the hell is vibe marketing. And it's not an old man with a hat trying to look cool. It's not that.
Could be though. Could be whatever you want it to be.
It could be what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody is all a tweet, or I guess all a X, or all a whatever we want to call it these days, about vibe marketing. So you've heard about it, right? You've seen all these posts about it?
Oh, I was actually fairly new to this concept. Embarrassing. Like when I read our newsletter and I'm like, shit, how did I miss all of this? I mean, it's kind of, I just didn't know that it was called vibe marketing.
Well, I saw a post the other day that it was vibe marketing, vibe coding, vibe development, vibe project management. It was like everything's just they're adding vibe to it to make it spin it. And like, come on, guys, talk about bandwagon.
Can you get a little bit more creative?
Yeah, I know, right?
You ask ChatGPT for that?
Yeah. All right. So what the hell is vibe marketing? So we will tell you. So vibe marketing, just my layman's term of it basically means when a marketing team uses technology, automation, some processes to do a bunch of shit faster than they can without it. I mean, to me, that's a very basic definition, but I think you have a good picture here. Let's throw it up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I think this is probably as good as explanation of any, which is, I mean, they're calling it old school marketing versus vibe. It's this, 8-person team, 1-person team with an AI stack, 6-week campaign cycle, 2-day cycle, approval layers, blah, 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 blah. Fair enough.
Why are they not just calling it AI marketing?
Well, to be fair, I think the true vibe marketing is, so obviously, I mean, we're an AI driven agency as well. It's not all about just AI though. I think part of this really is how do you use technology stacks beyond just ChatGPT or Claude or whatever. It's how do you add all this stuff up to make yourself more efficient. So to me though, I feel like we're actually doing a disservice to the agencies and the people that are doing the due diligence and doing this the right way, in my opinion, because this just makes it sound like anybody in their basement can do vibe marketing.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people now can do marketing using AI tools, AI stacks. But I still think it really matters. And as much as we want to say that it's replacing or you can be more efficient and you can be like 8 people in one, sure. But at the end of the day, you're still going to need people. You need people to actually be able to understand the tools that you're using, the stack that is changing daily.
Yeah. And I think the key, it's probably the key point of vibe marketing is it's all the difference between systems and headcount, right? Like at the end of the day, and again, we're a great example of this. Like the agencies that have 100 people in it or 50 people in it, they have a very different cost structure. And so that they would charge clients in a very different model. They would take different time periods to do things. Agencies that I would say are smaller, more nimble, sub 10 people, sub 20 people, the ability to do more with the technology stack, I think makes a huge difference, right? So as an example, like we could spin up a design in a day. We can turn a campaign up in 2 days. We can, create and get things moving rapidly. A case study developed and launched in a week or 2 versus 2 months, right? I think that's the difference in some of this using the technology. But to your point, still using people. People don't go away.
You still need people, and I've said this before. The only thing that will differentiate you from anyone else out there today is the human layer, because everyone can now use these tools and the full stack of AI and the right thing, produce things quickly, like light speed quickly spin up websites and landing pages and ads and all of that, but they're all going to sound the same at the end of the day because the tools are still being fed the same information across the board.
Yeah, I think this is where, I mean, not to toot our own horn, I think this is where we differentiate ourselves, is that it is the ability to, you have to understand how to use prompting the right way. You have to have the background and experience to put in information that allows you to have a certain angle that's different. But I do think, the difference of, it's speed versus, perfection, right? They always say, what's that old saying, perfection is the enemy of good. I think that is a true, probably the mantra of vibe marketing. We can do a lot, and we should do a lot faster without having it to be perfect, because we know in this day and age with marketing, you can launch something, it doesn't have to be perfect, but then we can adapt it and change it, right? I mean, we do this every week, and obviously we're not perfect.
I don't even know what that means. But here's another layer that can complicate things too for some. Like, it doesn't matter what speed you can push things out if you're stuck on things like an approval cycle.
It's so true. That actually
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's an awesome point. I mean, yeah, from the point of like, hey, I'm trying to schedule somebody to do an interview. I'm trying to get approval on something, like, or literally just like, hey, I don't have the right logo from the company to be able to do this. Like, all those things are barriers to speed, whether you could do it in a day or not. So that's an interesting point. Like, how do you vibe out of that?
Yeah, how do you vibe out of that? Because at the end of the day, if you can't push it through, then your quick ideas are not quick anymore. They're stuck and saved in the SharePoint or whatever.
Yeah. I do think, though, I think that I like the idea of vibe marketing from a collaboration perspective, because the fact that, and we do this internally, right? Like, we can spin up 5 to 10 ideas, and we do that our clients never see, because we can, its ability to have all these things and think about it differently before we even present that 1 or 2 to the client. So I think that ability we didn't have before, and that's fun. Or the ability to like create inspiration for designs. I mean, I know we've been doing that a lot lately too. Like, we'll create design, not a official design that you're going to put on a banner or do something like that, but like, we've spun up ideas and concepts that really get the collaboration going, which is fun. And then that translates into the final product.
I mean, I'm pro AI any day. I'm also like, if there's one thing that is scary to me with AI, it's not how it's available and how we can use it. It's just how everything is just not real, or a lot of it is not real anymore. That people are afraid, I think, to actually be more real. Like, lean into your message, who you are. Everyone is just trying to be AI now. Like, AI can produce and quickly turn around things, but just be a little bit more you too.
Yeah, and I think the other point of this is, and we are obviously, we are an AI-driven agency. We use a lot of technology stacks and tools, but we also are very cognizant of the nuances of company, of legality, of compliance, of security, that are so important for customers. So you have to, like, that has to be considered, and that's not always talked about when we think about just basic speed, right? So I think I encourage people to try this stuff. I think people that work with agencies or work with freelancers should also keep pushing them, and we should ask for more. You should ask to get having these options, but also be aware that there's nuances to everything.
Yeah. And we're not just talking about content. I think sometimes it's we get stuck in the content realm when it's AI, but it's so much more than that.
It's workflows.
Surface up.
Yeah, it's workflows, it's processes, it's all these things that are part of this. That, again, marketing is not just about content. I mean, it's about the entire cycle of developing things. So, yeah. But I think we can all agree at the end of the day, we don't believe in bloat, personally or professionally. So, so I think vibe marketing is in the path towards leveraging technology, gets rid of bloat, because we don't need, and customers should demand that there isn't that massive bloat in both cost and time and everything else, because and that it. I mean, if somebody's really ahead of the game, then they shouldn't have that.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Well, where's that? Wait, where's our meme?
It's right here. Let's keep. It took me a hot second there.
Yeah. Actually, we obviously do believe this, but it is funny because it's the marketers' reliance on like, oh, well, we always have to have new customers because it's job security. Obviously, we believe marketing goes beyond just acquisition of new customers. It's everything. But pretty funny.
Keep your current. Don't try to
don't try to lose your customers. Not a good idea.
No, I don't try to keep them with AI only. Just try to keep them with real relationships. They won't go much farther.
For sure. All right, guys, that's it for this this Happy Friday. So 5 Master Nick out, Miss Swedish Fish. Where can they sign up to if they want to get more of Marketing Qualified or Partner Science or Channel Bites?
marketingqualified.co, partnerscience.tech, channelbites.com. We really thought all those domains through. We like to be a little bit different across the board. But
we were vibing before it was cool.
Yeah, that's a true statement. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, you all.
See you next time.